Hey, everybody. Hey, Quilla and Valerie and Devera and Brenda. Hey. No, I don't know why the screen looked blurry to me. Looks cloudy. My screen looks cloudy. Hey. Who sent me a message? Messenger. Who's out there? Hey, everybody. Bubbles. I don't see Bubbles. Oh, hey, Bubbles. I didn't see you. Okay. I'm sorry I missed your name. I did not see you. Hey. Woo. I hope everybody had a chance to watch it. Watch Zatima today. I hope you did. Oh, where's my water? Hold on, let me get my water. I've been in bed all day. Hi, Brenda. Hey. Mm. Whew. Okay. Time to log on. Okay. Latasha. Hi, Latasha. So I didn't get a chance to watch the new episode of Zatima. What is it on? It's on BET Plus, Latasha. And welcome in this space. You got Debbie is back. Oh my God, Debbie, I haven't seen you in a while. Latasha, in this space, you are allowed to say whatever you want. You are allowed to disagree. We don't beat you up because you don't see things the way somebody else sees something. I've heard rumors about some of the channels. They get very upset with people. So don't you worry. You are allowed to have your own opinion, whether it's against us or not. Against me or whoever else. We just have to be respectful, and that's it. That is it. We are family here, and then we notice when people are missing. So welcome, Natasha. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, see, everybody's welcoming you already. But Debbie, I haven't seen you in a while. It came on. I watched it this morning, Debbie. It comes on early because it's a streaming service, so it streams. You could get it before in the morning time and watch it. I actually was logging on to watch Bruh. I was logging on to watch Bruh, and that's when I realized, oh my God, Zatima is on now. I'm thinking I had to wait till tonight, but you never have to wait till tonight at nighttime. Even though I thought they usually say it's a certain time at night, but it's not. So, but you can watch my review. I try to do pictures along with my review and things that were happening to try to let you go along with it and get an idea of the show. But you know, they each 30-minute episodes. Each episode is 30 minutes. What was it? Today was what were the episodes? Counting the Cost and Brother's Keeper. And so it's going to be 2 episodes every Thursday. And I was gonna go out. I was gonna go out tonight, and I decided. I said, "Wait a minute. Let me just do a live. It's Thursday night. Let me do a live instead of going to no sugar bar. I ain't gonna go to the sugar bar. Y'all know Astrid and Simpson's sugar bar. That's where I was gonna go tonight. But I was like, nope. I'm gonna stay home and do a live. Does the team come on regular BET? No, it doesn't. Just BET Plus. And what I did was I didn't get BET Plus on my TV because it costs more on my TV. I actually got it on my cell phone. I got it on my cell phone. It was cheaper. So once you get it on your cell phone, you can put it on your laptop. So I watch it on my laptop. I don't watch it on my TV. And now that my kids moved away, they took the cable with them. I'm not paying for cable. I'm telling y'all now, I don't know how I'm going to do Sisters review because BET was on their cable, and I still have to figure out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do Sisters. So I got another week and a half to figure it out. So, but this I had on my phone. But you know what? It wouldn't work in Japan. Streaming services, I don't think it would work. What was it? What's it? One of those things I had, oh, it was YouTube TV, would not work in Japan. It wouldn't let me get on at all. I was very upset. Okay, let's see who we got. Yeah, usually watch it the next day. Watch it the next day. I've been so busy. August and September are busy months for me. Okay, Debbie, that's where you've been. Hi, Tanya. Tanya's on. All right. Um, I reached out to Sherry Elliott. You know, we've been praying for Sherry Elliott, and her doctor's saying things, they're liking her progress and how things are going. And she asked for us to continue to pray for her. Sherry Elliott, our doctor. She every time we had an issue with Karen and stuff that was happening, we reached out to our doctor, Sherry. Yep. Double board certified. She passed her boards, did fabulous, and then had a slip and fall and end up having a stroke. So we got to get her back. We got to get our girl back. So let's make sure we continue to pray for her. Please, please, please. Whew. So what did y'all think about this week's episode? What did y'all think about episode 1? Okay, I'm glad they gave us a little preview and went back. Wait a minute, does Zatima? Did I miss some messages? Okay, Ham. Okay, Latasha. Don't forget to subscribe, Latasha, if you haven't subscribed yet. And I have 2 channels. I have Hey Barbie J, and I have this one, June BLC. Yeah, you usually watch it. How is Dr. Sherry? Yeah, the same prayer. That's good. Thank you, everybody. Hey, Kathy. All right, Kathy's back. See, Latasha, we see everybody. We know each other, so we know who we are. And like I said, you're open to have your own feelings, but we always ask that you participate and put in your 2 cents so that we know what you're thinking. You know, everybody's opinion. I know a lot of times we watch all these other channels just to hear what they have to say, but I'm different. I'd rather hear what y'all have to say, because a lot of times what you had to say have changed my opinion on a topic or changed my opinion on a character. You know, you start seeing things differently in a different light. So it is what it is. But I was happy. The one thing I was happy about in these 2 episodes, there was no fighting. There was no fighting between Zack and Fatima. There was nothing but love. Love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's what we need. And I'm glad that's what we got from them. I just can't. But I watched the review with Zack and Fatima. They've been doing a lot of different things. And he mentioned something about this season. You're gonna notice how did he say it this season? You're gonna notice that you don't want to mess it between us. These 2 love each other, and you don't want to come in between them or something like that. Like they will come for you if you mess with their relationship or something. It was like that, he said. And I was like, oh, okay, okay. But I didn't see them do a live, with the live with just the two of them answering our questions. Who saw it? Who saw the live? And can you tell me what it was about? Because I missed it. I had no idea it was on. I'm still trying to get my sleep pattern right. I can't go to sleep. It's just really been hard sleeping after coming from Japan. It was a 13-hour difference, so I don't know. Right now it would be like 8 o'clock in the morning. It would be around 8 in the morning over there now. So, but Fatima should have went to the hospital. The- she should have went to the hospital. There wasn't a hospital scene. Okay, what are you talking about, Devera? You talking about these two episodes? Did I forget what's happening already? Jesus, am I that lost? Hospital, hospital, hospital. Melrose is here. Hey, Melrose. Hey, what's going on? The way it started off. Let me see. With them talking about, did y'all notice? I don't know, when Zach and Fatima was sitting there, when she looked like she was leaving and wasn't going to say anything. Usually, you at least kiss your significant other on the forehead and keep moving. I know she didn't want to wake him up, maybe, but he might have felt some kind of way when you left and didn't say goodbye. But it looked like they were covering up her stomach. It kept looking like her stomach was being covered up. I don't know why. That's what it looked like to me. But then we later on saw her in another outfit, and there was no baby bump or anything. But I was like, why did it look like in that big old jacket that it was being covered up? That's how it looked to me. It really did. Um, I love that Preston came by, but it was weird how he was acting. He didn't want to go and ring the bell. I'll just wait. It's still early. Why you just wait in your car? It's just like he's standing out there, and it looks crazy. You standing out in a neighborhood, people don't recognize you, and you just standing out there waiting. You would sit in your car and kind of wait. I don't know why they had him do that. It was kind of weird that he was scared to ring the bell, but I love the interaction between him and Deja. And I feel he was feeling Deja. I think he was taken in by her. She looked crazy, crazy. She was just being Deja and flirting. And I enjoyed that scene with them, you know. Um, what's his name? Bryce. The fact that Bryce, one of the scenes that with Bryce and Zach was arguing, and I'm sitting there going, Zach, I know you don't like hearing, I mean, not Zach, Bryce, you don't like hearing Zach fussing at you, but you bankrupt him just about, and his mother died. You were getting upset when you couldn't pay your rent. You thought you couldn't pay your rent, and you was up there yelling at Zach and thinking it was Zach's fault when it was all your fault. It was your fault. So now this man can't pay for his mother's burial, and you sitting there gonna argue back with him and yell back, I said I'm gonna do what I can. I was like, you need to roll it back, roll it back, roll it back. I thought he was out of line. I'm sorry. He just have to take it. He would just have to take it to me. I don't know why he kept feeling like he had to talk to Preston or be there with Preston. I'm surprised he didn't just leave and walk out, you know. And I'm talking about Bryce right now. I was just annoyed with Bryce. The fact that he's showing up at Angela's house unexpected, like she's supposed to do something and help him. I can't believe you treating me like this. This ain't her problem. This is your problem that you created on your own. It's your own problem. You know, Fatima should have went to the, okay. I have to go and watch it. Oh, okay, Latasha. I am at work, so my break is over. So I will be back next time. Okay, Latasha. Bye. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, when Jeremiah tried to take her purse. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's right, Devera. Did y'all see? They should have showed an EMS person. They're on the back of an ambulance just chit-chatting. No EMS people around. and then they just get up and walk away. Where's the EMS person to say, okay, you good to go, we're gonna leave? They just sitting there chilling on the back of an ambulance. Nobody is saying anything to them. I thought that was weird. I think they should have had somebody there to somebody should have been there to say something, make it look legit, make it look real. You know, what's a one liner or two liner of an EMS person, Tyler? He could have had the guy say what Fatima said. Okay, we checked you out. Everything looks good. You and the baby are fine. Um, would you like to go to? They could have had the person say that, but it was just too weird that they just sitting there and then they just both get up and leave, and there's no EMS person anywhere in sight. That part was weird for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but it was. Um, uh, Jeremiah caused Fatima to fall. Yes, he did. And then she gonna talk about she fainted. You did not faint with a knot on your head. I loved it. Keep rewatching them. Bryce acts like Zack shouldn't be mad at him. He told Preston they have a 50-50 partnership and Zack can't veto his decision. What the? He said that and I was like, is he stupid? It wasn't your money. It wasn't your money. And Zack said, no, we can't afford it. That was his words. No, we're not doing it. No, we can't afford it. He kept saying it. And Bryce is like, oh, well, I got Gary to come in and then Gary pulled out. So now you blaming Gary? He was trying to blame Gary instead of looking in the mirror and blame himself. And I don't understand why he think that Angela owes him anything, whereas he could just come in and talk to her about it because it's not Angela's problem. It's not her problem. That's his problem. He should have been able to get at least some of the money from his father. He didn't get none of the money from his father. Get some of it. And then we could talk. I was like, no. Something just ain't right. Angela should have called Zack when Fatima was on the ground. Exactly. That's when she should have called. Oh my God. Fatima, Zack, I just called the ambulance. Fatima's on the floor. Your brother, blah, blah, blah. That's what should have been happening. You need to get over here. Fatima's here, whatever. I don't know if we're going to the hospital. How you sat there all that time with Fatima on the ground waiting for an ambulance that would have been looking for you because she never said we're in the parking garage. She just gave the address to the building. So the ambulance is going to be downstairs on the sidewalk. You should have said up in the parking garage of blah, 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 blah. That's the other thing I noticed they didn't say. Hey, everyone, hit the like button, the thumbs up button when you come in the door, please. Don't forget, help a sister's channel to grow. Thank you. Bryce is a stalker. Bryce looked like he could snap and lose his mind and try to hurt Angela. When he was walking behind her and she's like, okay, come in, I would have said, nah, bruh, stay there. And then he's like, well, who's coming when the doorbell rang? Well, who's coming? What business is it of yours? She's like, we're not together. Oh, him? Oh, come on, Angela, him? I'm like, oh boy. And that's not the one that was at the restaurant. Remember that she had messed with the guy that was at the restaurant as well. I'm like, Angela, please. Right, exactly. Okay, she should have gone to the hospital. Yeah, you're right about that one. I would have called Zack, especially when she had a knot on her head and she was knocked out. You were knocked out, Fatima. She could have a mild concussion or something. She really could. No, I'm fine. Everybody feels fine. But that concussion could come later on. People don't understand that. If I was Angela, Fatima would have just been mad. Yep. But I would have called her before the ambulance. I would have called him before the ambulance got there. Angela called and nosy enough to call before people leave the house to find out the dirt. But you didn't think to call Zack while she was laid on the floor? Come on. That should have been the first thought. I might have called Zack before the ambulance. No, but I'm just saying. I don't know what she was thinking. Bryce is a liar. Yep, you right about that. You right about that. He sure is DeVera. He told at least three lies while in the office. 1, 2, 3. He was lying about everything. Oh, but how you think, because you 50-50, if it's 50-50, you think your 50 overrides his 50? Don't let me get racial on y'all. Don't let me get racial. You think your 50 is higher than his, the black man whose money it is his money. You think your 50% supposed to override his 1.5 million in the bank. Who do you think you are, Bryce? Because whoever you think you are, let me tell you, you are not. you you are not that person. I am so confused. Hey, Belinda. Hey. I would call Zach. Okay, he's yours. Bryce is a liar. Hello, everyone. Hi, Belinda. Fatima could have internal bleeding. Yeah, we don't know where she got hit, but she still know because she said that's what I'm saying. The EMS person supposedly checked her and said her and the baby are fine. How did they check the baby? What did they do? Touch her stomach? What do they have in that EMS truck that could check and see that you and the baby are fine? Don't you have to be tests have to be run in a hospital? I don't know. This is when we need our Sherry. This is when we need Sherry Elliott. Y'all keep praying for Sherry, please. Sherry Elliott. Dr. Sherry Elliott at that. It's funny when Latasha moved left off, I used to think about Sherry. She used to go in between her patients. She'd check her patients and she would come back to the live and then she would go back. Y'all remember? She'd go back and say, I'll be right back. And she had to go, I have to do check on my patients. I'm in triage. I'll be right back. Anyway, she'll be back. She shall be back. But you're right. She could have had internal or something bleeding. I'm trying to understand. I know I'm jumping to the next episode, but it's all over. Them Connie, Tony, and Nate, they playing cards, and crazy Belinda comes to the hood. And she drives to the hood just to look for him. She's bougie. I can't even believe they had Belinda showing up at the hood in the hood. She don't even like going up. She thinks she better than them. So I was shocked about that. And then she wants them she want to leave and go with them. And it's like, you gonna leave your car in the hood? What's wrong with you? He's like, you drove here. I can't believe she's still dating Nate. Nate is probably broke. Is whose house is Nate living at? Is he still living at Tony's? Is that when Nate ended up last season at Tony's house? I was trying to remember. I think that's where he was. But he was messing with Deja for a minute. That's right. He was messing with Deja. Now he messing with Belinda. Ew. Ew. I was like, ew. Nasty. That's all I got to say about that. He's on Tony's couch? Okay. So he still is on Tony's couch. And that's why Tony, I think, was telling him he need to be paying some rent. And you could be buying her some food. You know, you got to be kidding. You need a roof over your head. And you got kids. You got kids. That woman makes good money. She got her own house. Let her have her house. I don't know about Tony. Anyway. But I like the scene with them up there together and them having a conversation. I'm still getting Nate is starting to get on my nerves again when he's questioning Fatima's loyalty. And we're gonna see if she try to steal the money. And I like when they said, no, that's what you would do. You would try to steal the money. Not Fatima. You would. They were like, and he said, and I like how Connie said, we known you for a long time. That's why we could tell you that we know you would do that. And I laughed. I thought that was the funniest thing. I was like, wow, they calling him out right there in his face. And that's the way you do it. Nate is getting on my nerves. He definitely is getting on our nerves. Nate is, but hopefully he's not too much, getting too bad. But what I noticed is they didn't show us scenes for next episode. So they don't do that with when the streaming service like this. I thought they would show us scenes for what's going to happen next, but I didn't see any of that. Did anybody see that? What could happen? What's in the next episode? I was just making sure. Tanya, when Zach asked Bryce, Was Gary the investor he was talking about? He said no, he sure did. That was last season. He sure did. When Zach found out what happened with the money, he all of a sudden said Gary was supposed to deposit the money but pulled out. Yep, you're absolutely right about that, Tanya. Yep. And Bryce made a big old mistake and can't even get the money from his father. Where's his money that was put into it? He's the one who decided, I found the office. I'm going to go into business with you, Zach, and made it seem like things were going to be, I thought he had money to put in, but it doesn't seem like he does. I mean, I'm confused of how he's going into business with him. And was he still supposed to be working with Gary while working with Zach? Because Zach's was a startup and he was established at Gary's firm where he could make money. So I was a little confused about this. I don't know if anybody could shed some light on that part. Was he still working with Gary or not? I want to know why Belinda still thinks can get to Zach. Did you see that whole thing? That's right. That was the other thing. I could see Connie and Fatima being friends. Yeah, I can see them. I can see it too. But Linda still kept talking about it when even Connie said, ain't nobody. Zach is only feeling Fatima. Zach is only there for Fatima. And Belinda, I don't know about that. I'm like, what is it with you, chick? What is it? Even Connie, and she was like, how would you know? And they had to tell him. Connie had him wrapped around her little finger, honey. And if he ain't trying for her, he ain't trying for nobody. And she told me I had Zach first. I was like, what? No, Karen had him first. What you mean you had him first? You had a one night stand with Zach. And then you started blowing up his phone, as he said, and he told them at the dinner party, you were blowing up my phone and I ignored it. And it was in between one of his fights he had with Karen, and that's how that ended up happening. She acting like they was dating. You was a hit it and quit it, girl. Girl, please. Bryce is a scammer. I think so. Trying to be tough, trying to argue with Zach. I wouldn't know why. Yeah, he kind of is, if you ask me. I thought Bryce's accounts were frozen. Did he find out when he was at the restaurant and couldn't pay? But yes, that's when it happened, Melrose. That's when it happened, and he automatically blamed Zach and thought Zach did something to his accounts. He blamed Zach right off the account and came in there being nasty after this man's mother just died and was in the hospital, and he's being nasty. I'm doing the best I can. I was like, you don't have a right to raise your voice. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're doing the best you can. The best you can ain't good enough. My mother is dead and I can't bury her because of you. And now all her bills and stuff, he don't need to know how much I'm paying for my mama's casket and everything else. And then what, you think you're going to deduct it from the money that you owe that you messed it up? No. I don't like Bryce. Right now, I like Bryce worse than I like Nate. I'll be honest. He was never, Bryce account was frozen. Yep. The Bryce accounts were frozen. Did he find out that Belinda's another Karen? Basically, she might even be worse than her. Bryce account was frozen. Yeah. He has never looked at anybody like he looks at Fatima. Even his own mama admitted to it. Yep, Connie and Zack had Zack before all of them. They was childhood. That's right. That's right, Belinda. She's Karen 2.0. She won't get it until Zack and Fatima hurt her feelings or Fatima hurt her physically. You right about that, Quilla. I don't know. I'm almost feeling like Belinda is worse than Karen. Because it's different things. Karen was going back. Karen had that relationship. She had a real relationship with Zach. Belinda, like I said, had a one night stand, and she all over him. At least Karen had a serious relationship, or on and off relationship that she felt he was gonna come back because that's what he does. But Karen, you moved on to the preacher. That's why I never understood that. You moved on to the preacher, but then when you found out he had somebody, then you had a problem with him. You didn't have no problem before that. Karen is gonna go to Zach for money when she gets sued. Facts, Belinda. I like Preston's relationship with Zach. I think Zach was acting kind of crazy, Devera. Wasn't he with the whole uh what was he word the word he said? They would talk about words like come with me. Well, Zach said the come part, let's chill and all of those things because of what happened with Bryce. I was like, come on, Zach, you're being real silly. I know that was supposed to be the comedy part of the show, but it was real silly. It was super silly, to be honest. But Preston, yeah, I like Zach and Preston's relationship, but Zach kind of was like hard on him. I think he was talking to him like he was a country bumpkin, kind of, sort of, if you know what I mean. That's what he was doing. I felt. What's it like? Karen's going to go to Zach. Okay, who's suing Karen? Devera. That's what I was going to ask you. I was just going up before I missed the messages. Karen's going. Who's suing Karen? And she better not go to Zach because that's not Zach's problem. It is not. Zach is only responsible for a twin, one baby. That's it. Preston was nice telling Zach he would help. Yep. He was nice saying, I'm here for you. And then Zach had a problem with the last person said he was here for me. He tried to kiss me. I like that. What was that Preston called what Zach was saying? Something, a cockadoodle something. I was dying. He said, why you gotta be so explicit? Cockadoodle, a cockadoodle. I thought that was funny. I do too, Devera. Their friendship seems genuine. It does. Tell Zach he would help. Did y'all check out Fatima said, oh, Danny's Preston. He's like, nah, no more. Well, they need to tell us something about this wedding. Because he's out here. Well, he could have left his wife and said, I'm just here to check on my friend. I'm going to check on my friend. It could have been that. You don't know. I do. Last season, he said his money was frozen and he couldn't pay his bills. But when he told Zach, I'll give you all my money, Zach said, give it to me. Just now his money is tied up in other investments. But he opened his wallet and said, oh, you ain't got nothing in there. You just broke his eye. I was laughing. I was like, oh, Lord. Do you all think that Preston will be the third investor? I believe. Yes, I do. Has more than he shows. I do, Quilla. I actually believe that it's going to be three people. And maybe that's what they need. So when there's a split, it's either going to be 2-1 or something like that. It's always going to be 2-1 or 3, or they all in agreement. Because that 50-50 thing that Bryce was trying to roll out, no, that don't work. It don't work for me. It don't work at all. Zach needs to hire Preston. Zach was acting rude towards Preston. He was. That's what I was saying. Yep, he definitely was. And you saying that next thing, word bet. He said bet. He said, what are you saying bet for? When you start saying bet, you can't be saying words like that. I said, ain't nothing wrong with him saying bet. He said, you saying bet, next thing you be saying nigga. I said, oh, Zach, you're being silly now. You're being silly. There is no way. There is no way. Preston is like, Now his brothers might, but not Preston. Nah, I don't see it. But you see how he said Danny put something on Facebook or social media talking about pray for Zach. He said she just want attention. I was shocked that they put that in, that Zach is saying Danny just wanted attention instead of saying, oh, that's cool, that's what's up or something. He was like, nah. If she put that as just attention, I was like, ooh, wow. Okay, Zach. I was surprised with that. One of her new clients will be suing her. Oh, okay, Quilla. Oh boy, I hope it's not for that hair product stuff that Pam made. I agree with you about Preston. Okay. Karen is getting sued at her salon. It's not saying by who. Okay. Preston is not married. He didn't marry Mindy. How did we find out? Did y'all find out? How did y'all find out, Belinda? Because I didn't read it anywhere. All we know is Danny had pictures that was sent to him, and I don't know who sent them. Maybe Belinda had his phone. I'm Belinda, Lord. Mindy had his phone and sent it. I don't know. Zach doesn't think Preston has money because of how he dresses and his car. Mm-hmm. Y'all, if y'all heard my review, I said how us people sometimes we always got to have a nice car and all this stuff. Where our cousins, they don't be going out like that. I had like 2-3 white friends who they actually had busted cars and owned property. Okay, they owned property and had busted cars. And then when they had the money, then they got a new car. When that busted car fell apart, then they bought a new car. But they didn't waste money like we do. Fancy car and you going up in the projects. You can't write that car off. That car ain't no write off. The minute a car leaves the lot, everybody, the minute it leaves the lot and hits that street, it has depreciated. I used to sell cars. The car has depreciated. Do not think a car is like having a house and you could be writing off stuff. It don't work that way unless it's something that you're using for work purposes, deliveries or something like that. And it still depreciates. So person's not married. Okay. Zach doesn't. So how dresses. Okay. I also think Fatima is worth more than Zach knows. I think so too. She has offered him more than once to bring his account current, and it's going right over his head. No, because he wants to be the man, Quilla. It's a male ego thing. I have an ex-husband who had a problem with me having more. And I didn't even have no money, but I had more than him. I had good credit, and good credit was getting me everywhere, everything. I got me a BMW car with no job and good credit. They ain't know I didn't have a job. I just put I had a job, and my bill was paid all the way on time. And they gave me a credit card. They gave me a credit card because my credit was so good. They were just like, oh, Lord, we're going to give her everything so she could come back. And I came back. I think the third time they wanted you to prove that you weren't in debt, and they wanted to run your credit again because they found out some people were not paying their bills, but they were sleeping in their car, BMWs. It was, you knew it was a man. It was a man. Anyway, so Zach knows. I think she is too, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants to be the man, and I respect him for that because he said all his life women have been taking care of him. Karen was taking care of him all that time. He doesn't want Fatima to be taken. He doesn't want to be known as that person. And you have to respect that. You really do. You know, everybody, when you come in, please hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. Hit the facts. Yep. Preston didn't send those pictures to Danny. I want to know who sent them. Yep. I don't know. I'm like, it didn't seem like Mindy's style. Mindy didn't seem like that type of person. She was very, whatever he told her to do, she was like coming to America. Whatever you want, my king. Whatever you like, my king. That's how Mindy seemed to me. Jump on one leg and hop and bark. Arf, arf, arf. I'm just like, I mean, that's how I saw Mindy. I could be wrong, y'all, but that's how I saw her. Whatever he told her to do, she would do. That's why Preston said we're not gonna talk about it. He would not talk about it. We ain't talk about my money. I was like, Zach, how you gonna ask him what kind of money he have? Who are you? You know what I mean? It's going to be Preston is rich. I bet you Preston is. He's like, you milk cows. How you got money? Ain't no money in that. I was like, we already know he has money. Remember his brothers went up to Danny in the airport and told him, you ain't getting none of our money. Don't even think it. Don't even try it. Don't even wish it. They put Danny in check. So I know they got money. I know Preston got money. But Preston don't waste his money. He country. He don't waste his money. And that's why he got money. He ain't go out buying cars and all kind of stuff. His brothers might have. No, I think Preston does too, because it's a family thing. That's why the brothers went and said something to Danny. I think because it might be family money, you know. Oh, excuse me. Zach don't want to take money from Fatima because he don't want her to do him like Karen did him, like throw it back up in his face. Maybe throw it up in his face. Because remember, Zach gave her all his paychecks. He taped them all to the mirror. Remember that episode in Sisters? He gave her all her money. When she got mad at him after Aaron was there and left and they got into a fight, she took all them checks and took them down and threw them at him and told him to take them. I said, see, she did that because she don't want to be able to say, you owe me money. She want to still be able to say, you owe me money. When people do stuff like that, they want to keep it looking like you did something wrong and you owed money and you never tried to pay me back. And once Zach paid her back all that money, probably with interest too, then she was like, it's not enough. It wasn't enough. He said, I paid you back every dime. He probably paid her more. And she's like, it wasn't enough. Because they want to keep having something to say negative about you. Person this, where am I? Zach don't want to think. Okay, it's going to be pressed. Okay. Hi, Living with Indy. Hi. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Put in your 2 cents. We want to hear what you want to say, have to say about everything. We want to know what everybody has to say. You are free to have any opinion you want, even if it's different than somebody else's. It's okay here. You will not get attacked. Believe me, you will not. You just may give us something to think about and help us see things differently. You never know. But welcome, Living with Indy. On the Angela Yee show, Angela mentioned about Preston marrying that girl, and Zach said, but did he really? Oh, okay. I missed the Angela Yee show. I probably was traveling or something. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So Preston must have told Zach something at some point, you know? Zach knows that Fatima not going to act like Karen. He knows that Fatima is paying for school. Okay. Oh, that makes sense too, Devera. That absolutely makes sense. He knows she got to pay for that. That's right. And he just want to man up too. I think he really wants to man up and take care of himself and deal with his own issues. Yep, that's going to be that offer to Zach in the next episode. Preston said that he used to run things from the financial standpoint in the family business. Okay, cool. Cool. Zach is not worried about Fatima. Fatima acting like Karen. Yeah, I don't think so. We just ask people to be respectful. That's right, Devera. We just ask people to be respectful, Living with Indy. We're going to just call you Living, okay? We're not going to say the whole thing. Or do you want us to just call you Indy? I don't know. You let us know which one you want, Living or Indy. And we'll use that going forward. What else happened? What's another scene that we didn't talk about? I know there was the Belinda thing. Belinda got on my nerves. She just, oh, what's her name? Angela. And the fact that Sean is like, who is this guy? I was like, okay, so Sean must be feeling her now, and he's really trying to have a relationship, and that's not what Angela's doing. And I'm like, because when she was walking and talking in the car garage, she was like, I know you not. She did say something to him that alluded to him really feeling her and getting feelings for her. And she just wants sex. And he's like, you treat me like a piece of meat. And he said he wanted to talk about his feelings. And this guy who's nobody is always here. Nobody's always here. So I found that to be interesting. I guess Sean might be a regular person this season in there, seeing that he wants to have some type of relationship with her. And I think I see Sean and Angela on the ground in a scene when Bryce runs his car into whatever. I guess Bryce was trying to kill himself. See, I told you he seemed like a nut. He probably tried to kill himself because he done messed up. He done lost his woman. He lost his woman and he done messed up Zach's money. You worry about paying your bills, and this man can't even bury his mother who passed away. How would you feel? How would you feel, Bryce? You know, ugh, he get on my nerve every time I think about him. He get on my nerves worse than Nathan right now. I keep saying it, but I'm sorry. Team is paying. Okay, blah blah blah. We just okay. Fatima acting like Karen. Fatima's acting like Karen. You said? Oh no, you said she's not worried about Fatima acting like Karen, right? Okay. Fatima bailed him out of jail the first day she met him and never threw it back up. Nope. And it was like $5,000. It was something. I know there was a five in it. I don't think it was 500. I think it was something like $5,000 because he was part of the chain breakers or whatever. So she looked out. I don't know if she got it back, but that was it. She told him you have to be straight. If you let this happen again, they're gonna kick you out of the program. You can't be in the program and be going to jail. So that's right. You're absolutely right about that, Tanya. Yep. And everything Fatima do for Zach, she does it out of love and not you owe me. Exactly. But Zach did pay her back. He came and got mad for something when he thought she was playing him, and they sent him that recording. He paid her back that money, but I think that was on Sisters. I think the same thing. It was a suicide attempt. Yep, probably. He's a nut. Jeremiah told on his own self when he saw everybody playing. I ain't do it. It wasn't me. I was like, fool, you so high, you don't even know you telling. They were like, what? What you talking about, Jeremiah? It was just like everybody turned around because it just sounds so guilty. They said, and Belinda acting like she's saying something. I think he did something to Fatima. Like, you care about Fatima. You don't care about Fatima. Fatima told your ass off in the hospital that day and sent you packing when she showed up for Zach. Why do you even act like you are? And I'm glad that Nathan did the right thing and told her, you're not coming. She doesn't like you. And he know he messed up the last time he brought her there and she was all up in Zach's face. And then Fatima had to get in that ass. You know, it's like, come on. Come on. Belinda, I don't know what's wrong with that child. I don't know what's wrong with her. Yeah, I think the same thing. I told her. But that was funny. It was so funny when Jeremiah, no, it wasn't me. She fell. She just fell. He said, but you lied to me. You lied and said she had the money. She said, you may get the facts right. I ain't never said that. See, a crackhead to hear what he want to hear. He gonna hear what he want to hear. She didn't even have a check. Somebody asked me, did she have a check? They're not even a check because they haven't gone through the paperwork or anything. It's just the paperwork, and you have to go through steps. And a lot of times when you have insurance and somebody dies, the insurance money, if it's a certain amount, will be sent straight to the funeral home. If the policy is not enough to cover or whatever, it's sent straight to the funeral home. It's not sent to a check is not sent. I don't think. I don't recall a check being sent, but I don't know. It would have been sent to my father. I mean, I did my mother's funeral, so I don't know, but what else? What else did we miss before we wrap up? What other scenes did we miss, y'all? Anything? We got anything? Miss Gladys didn't even have enough money. Oh, I was laughing at Connie. When Connie was at the law firm and Angela was giving her attitude and she got up with Fatima and swung her braids and hit her in the face. I can't remember what Angela yelled out or something. She yelled out something, but Connie did it, and then Connie started switching down the walkway. I don't know if she was mimicking Fatima or thinking that's the way you're supposed to walk when you're in a business office, like you cute. I said, Lord, look at this girl. She is crazy. I started laughing about that. I said, what is wrong with Connie? Well, she was being straight up. You know what type of person I am. I don't know nothing about this legal stuff and this. I don't want to. And she's like, I don't want to just push it over there. But I'm like, why would she even tell Jeremiah about it and cause drama and stuff for Zach and Fatima? And Fatima said, "How you know where I work?" And he said, "I remember you said it." She ain't never said it around Jeremiah where she worked. I was like, did Connie give him her address? It's just crazy. It is crazy how a crackhead could make it there with no car. With no car, make it to the place. How? I was like, you done got Fatima hurt now because you told Jeremiah that they taking it when you didn't even want to talk to Zach. You don't want to talk to Zach and cause him any drama, but now you put drama in their way, sending Jeremiah that way. I was like, this is a mess. This is a mess. I don't know who's worse. Hey everybody, hit the like button when you come in, please. The notification bell. Thank you. Connie didn't tell him where she worked. He said he remembered, but when did Fatima say her job or where she worked in front of Jeremiah? If anybody can remember, I don't remember her ever mentioning her job or her work in front of Jeremiah. And he said, "Oh, I remember you said it before." I said, "Boy, when I was sitting here, I had to pause the show to try to think, when did she say it in front of him before where she worked?" But that's what they said. That's what they said. Anyhow, we got a few more minutes. Anything else going on, y'all? Anything else we can remember? But I did like the scene with Connie and her in that she trusted Connie. I mean, Connie trusted her. That's why I'm with you. Who was it? Devera or somebody wrote, I could see Connie and Fatima being friends. Connie is respecting the relationship, whereas Belinda is not. If y'all notice, Belinda does not respect the relationship. She's thinking people could still get in there, and I don't even know why she's talking about it. Why are you even talking about it, Belinda? You are hit it and quit it. Come on, girl. Know your place. Know what you are, who you are, what you were for Zach. I mean, really, come on. Um, Tashana, hello. Hi, Tashana. Welcome to our channel and our chat. Welcome to our YouTube chat. When she went to talk to him at the hospital last season. Ah, okay. She might have said the name of the company, but not the address, right? I mean, and I thought things were good, but did you notice he felt bad? He actually know he got a problem. He said, "You know, I got a problem. You know something wrong with me. Oh, what did I do? Oh, what did I do? Fatima, get up. You okay? Fatima, get up." I think he was calling her Tima at that. Tima, get up. Get up. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? I mean, he's aware that he is messed up and what he did was wrong. And if Fatima was a good person, it's like, I guess those drugs take a hold of you and there's nothing you can do. He really, I think he felt bad with what he did. I don't know. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, if y'all feel the same way. But I know he realized and recognized, but when Angela came and then he started lying. I ain't do nothing. She just fell. you know. But then Fatima lies to Angela and say she fainted. Girl, you was knocked out for a long time. Yeah. She went to talk to him at the house. Okay. He could have heard Tony telling Connie. They didn't know he was around. That's a possibility. She told him she worked at a law firm. Right. But he would have to say which one. She told Jeremiah she worked at a law firm. She never said the law firm's name. Right. And how he know where she parked in the parking garage? He met her in the parking garage. Usually, if you're going to go to somebody's house, you're going to meet them out front. How did he even walk into the parking garage? You usually drive into a parking garage with a car. I don't know. I just see these little things, and they just come up in my mind. I mean, not that it's a big deal, but I mean, that's my how I think. I'm like, how did he even know where to go? How did? I always have questions, a bunch of questions in my mind. What's going on? But thank you for that, Tashana. And again, feel free to, add in your 2 cents with any and everything because we're a little family here. So we be looking out for the names that, each week. Um, he did feel bad, especially when he saw everyone seated playing cards. Um, well, I was talking about when he did it and she was just laid there not moving. That's the part when he was not moving. Hey, Tashana. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know. Tashana, is that Julie or July? Is that Tashana Julie or July? It could be either one of those because LYE could be Lee or Lie. So I was just wondering, just curious. Um, ooh, Devera, you spelled it wrong. You put an A instead of an E at the end. Um, uh, there was something else I was going to ask because I wanted to hear what everybody else is saying. Mm-mm. Neva, what's up, Neva? Hey, girl. You at lunch but wanted to check in. Okay. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Did you get to see the show? Did you see Zatima? Y'all all remember when it's streaming, so you could see it earlier. You don't have to wait till 8 at night or anything like that. You could see it earlier. You can see it at noon, you know. So always remember that on the Zatima kick. Yeah. It's just like the month, just with a E. Okay. All right. Thank you. That's it. Oh, that's right. I just realized it. Yep. All right. Well, my real name is June. So, hey, July. That's the J in Barbie J is for June. My nickname was Barbie. Um, thought it was a filler episodes, but lots of great moments. Good setup for the season. I agree with that. I agree with that, Neva. But I didn't know if it could be a filler before we start. Can the first episode be a filler? I guess it could be. They do have to set us up. They do have to set it up. I liked how they showed the important parts at the beginning, from the previous season to catch us up to what happened prior. I mean, they needed to show a little bit more because wasn't last season when her mother was in it? Her parents were in it? And I was hoping that her parents would do like some cameos in this season too. I kind of like the dynamics of the father, and the mother, and the fact that they apologize to Zach now. It would be nice if there's like, oh, my parents invited me over, or let's go and see my parents and let them know that I'm pregnant. Let's go together, Zach. I would love to see something like that happen. I don't know. What do y'all think? It was a good episode. How many episodes this season? 10. So the next 5 weeks. So next week we have 2 more episodes, and then the next week Sisters comes back. So we're gonna have to talk about Sisters and Zatima in the live. So I'll probably start the live at 8 o'clock, and it might run on for at least an hour and a half to two if we have a lot going on. Because we get very critical in that first episode of Sisters. We can tear Sisters apart in a minute. So we're gonna see what happens with that. I haven't seen anything online, people talking about it yet, on social media. But I'm talking about the characters. I haven't seen them doing any promotion. They'll probably start it next week, talking about it, getting us ready for the season premiere because it is the next season for that as well, right? That would be nice. Everyone is a conference call. I was on a conference call. Oh, Bubbles. Okay, for a few minutes, but do y'all think Preston will be rich? I think he will be. I think he will be. I think he is. Not will be. I think he is rich. Mia Baraka said they filmed 20 episodes. Right. Because they have that break. They're gonna do the 10. They're gonna do the 10, and then they're gonna have a mid-season break. You know how they do with Sisters and the Oval and all that stuff. And then they're gonna do the next 10. Because I already saw the titles of the next 11. I mean, from 11 on down. But what we didn't see is the synopsis. I don't have the synopsis for those. So just know that part that, yeah, there are 20 episodes, but it's going to be the first 10, a mid-season break, and then the next 10. And I hope they don't do the break at the same time they break with Sisters. I hate when they do that. During the break, have another show going, please. I don't know who does it. Somebody said it's not Tyler Perry who does it, it's the network. So, network people, please don't have all of Tyler Perry's shows breaking at the same time. I like that Zatima started, and now Sisters is going to start, and then Zatima is going to end, and Sisters should still be going on. I'm hoping that's what it is. Has anybody heard anything about when the Oval's coming back? I haven't heard anything. Wonder what's going on with that. Uh, that's Neva Devera. Just to let you know, URLOVE, whatever. Just say Neva. You see that GEAN backwards with the V? Just say that's Neva is who that is. But her name shows up like that. I don't know. Nobody else is. Everybody, I get people's names showing up as numbers. When y'all write uh, comments sometimes, lately, oh, well, it's been at least a year now. YouTube have your name showing up as numbers and letters, and I don't even know who I be talking to at times anymore. I used to know the names, everybody's name, but YouTube be messing up, y'all, all the time. Um, where am I? Sisters might not even be good. I'm not gonna comment. I want to think positive. I'm gonna think positive. I'm praying and I'm praying and I got my fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm gonna be very disappointed. I forgot how it ended. That's all right. Belinda's gonna be mad when she finds out that Fatima's pregnant. Belinda, Karen. It was funny how she slipped and told Angela, and I was sitting there going, "Wait, did she tell Angela yet?" And Angela was like, "You pregnant? Oh my god!" But see, Angela talk a lot, and that's probably why she didn't tell her. People try not to tell that they're pregnant in the first trimester. They try to wait a little bit because just to make sure everything is fine and there's no miscarriages and things like that. People try to wait. Anyway, Zatima and Sisters is going to be a terrible juxtaposition if Zack is written like a clown in Sisters. What's that word? Juxtaposition. Or is that a typo? Um, I'm hoping they don't. You can't have them acting one way on one show and another way on another show. It's just they got to get it together. They got to get it together. Even if y'all don't have them on the same time frame right now, have them behaving the same way. I just we sitting there going, well, I like Zack and Fatima in Zatima, but I don't like Zack and Sisters. Or I like Zack and Sisters, but I don't like him in Zatima. It don't make sense. It doesn't. Um, yes, the Vera Blender will be mad. I heard the Oval has started filming. Oh, they haven't even filmed. Okay. They need to make it match. Yep, they sure do. Forgive me. Karen will be mad also. Yep. No, that's what I said. Right. Last episode, Fatima told Angela she had something to tell her. Oh, that's right. She did. And that's when she had told Zack that she was pregnant. And they watched the video, everything. Okay. And Fatima was giving Fatima was giving Connie the eye like, Yeah, no, that hugging by, I don't know. You ain't gonna do that. She was shutting all of that down. She was shutting all of that down. But I think as time go on, I think Connie is going to be, like I said, Connie seems to respect the relationship, is not trying to push up on Zach. That's why she didn't even want to meet with Zach to give him that thing. She was thinking about giving it to Fatima. Fatima's getting an attitude with her. Fatima, I thought last season it bothered me. Yes, she was Zach's ex, but she was trying to talk to Fatima and let her know stuff. And Fatima was being real funky towards her. And she was acting like Karen at that point, calling Connie a biatch and all that stuff when Connie wasn't doing that to her. And I didn't like how they had Fatima acting that way, because that's not the character that they had shown us when we started seeing who Fatima was. That it just didn't work. It just didn't work. Can't help it that Zach had the relationship with this woman. She's trying to help Zach. And like I like when she said, "Oh, that's what I like when she said." I mean, she's like, "Why should I listen to you?" Fatima said something. She said, "Because we both love and care about Zach and his family. We care about them and love them." And she made a point, and Fatima couldn't even deny it. Fatima couldn't deny it. And this woman's known her for years. How you gonna hate somebody who has known Zach all her life? It doesn't make sense. You cause a problem, then you gonna tell him he can't be friends with her because he used to date her? I mean, she knew his mama, he knew her all his life. If she's not trying to push up on him no more, everything should be all good. All cool in the game, baby. That's how it should be. Connie was kind of funny at the office, though. That's what I was saying when she did that walk down this hall, and when she threw her hair in Belinda's face. I mean, in Angela's face. Poop them braids. But what was that Belinda? I mean, Angela yelled out. I can't remember. She yelled out some name or something, and then she told Fatima, "Yeah, she threw her whatever in my face." She didn't say braids. She called it something else. Connie was kind of funny. Connie and Fee are going to be friends. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Devera, last episode of Tina. Okay. On the live yesterday, they admitted that Fatima is pregnant in season 7, but didn't mention it because of Karen's pregnancy. Okay, so they waiting for her to have her baby. I heard that on some show, something I was on. I did hear that I watched. No, Tanya, you told me that. That's what it was. Sorry. I said I heard it. I heard it from you, Tanya. uh that's true, Barbie. Okay, yes. Connie never been disrespectful towards Fatima. Never. Never, never. I think that was her hormone. Only in the hospital when she going, okay, Azima or whatever, Naxima or whatever she's calling, when she was there hugged up with Zach. That was the only time. But sometimes when you bring a certain energy, that's what you get back. And Fatima walked up with that energy, and Connie was like, "What the what? Who are you? Who are you? Oh, you the Anse. You the Anse." she playing her part. That ghetto stuff, she playing it up. Kind of been disrespectful. I think that was her hormonal insecure side showing. Fatima knows Zach doesn't want Connie. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think so. I got I get tired of Fatima having to keep stuff she should be able to celebrate quiet because Karen is bitter. I don't like that either. And I don't like that she keeps stuff from Zach. I think she should tell Zach everything, and she's not being honest. The first thing they said is they're gonna be honest and do this and do that, and she's not doing it. Fatima's not doing it. She's not doing it on sisters, and she's not doing it on Zatima. You have to tell him what happened. Zach, your brother did this. I need to tell you something, but I don't want you to lose your cool. You cannot. I do not want you going back to jail. Talk to him. I am telling you, I don't want you going back to jail. But your brother, he has a problem. She could have explained, she could have talked to Zach. Instead, she's hiding it, and now he's gonna find out another way, and now he don't know who to trust and believe. That's why one of the episodes, Zach is thinking everybody's against him. He don't know who to trust because they all are keeping the secret. Everybody's keeping the secret. I think, but you probably right about that, Quilla, about her insecure side showing. I get tired of, yeah, and I don't like that also, Neve, about her having and she gotta hide stuff. She hide in the ring. She don't want to have it on at work. She don't want to, but I don't understand why she couldn't have it on at work in Sisters. Because what? Because Andy's gonna tell? Because Andy was gonna tell why she gotta hide it. I didn't like that at all, you know. And then Andy saw it anyway. There's a ring, a sun mark. What is it? She saw a ring, a mark that should have been there. I was like, girl, please. I wish I would be hiding. I get tired of Fatima having to keep stuff. Okay. Sure did, Tanya. Okay, it's 28:20. Okay. It's 9:20. 100. Neva said, okay, she's worried about Zach going to jail. Zach is going to be really mad at Fatima. That's what I'm saying because she kept it from him. And that's what causes problems in relationships because y'all say y'all going to be honest and upfront and share everything, and she's not doing it. And then when he does stuff that bothers her, she holds it in instead of just talking about it to him. Talk to him about it. She holds it in until it festers. It's, I don't know. I don't like that she has to be holding things in. She feels that she has to hold things in and can't tell Zach. Right, because of Andy. Zach should have known right after Jeremiah hit her. Yep, I agree, Devera, because she was afraid Andy was going to tell Karen. I know, Quilla. I know. Fatima didn't want wear her engagement ring at work because of Andy telling Karen. And that's messed up that she can't keep a daggone secret. Can't keep a secret. You gotta hide it from your boss. It makes no sense. We're together. We engaged. I think Ian messed her up that way. You might be right about that. I mean, and what he did, and he's not even with the woman anymore. He break up with her and marry someone else the next week. Or was it a few days later? And here she was pregnant with his child, and he asked her to have an abortion. Well, my ex-husband asked me to have it, and I was like, "You don't even have a job. We're gonna be struggling. I can't be doing it." I actually didn't want to have my child at first, but I had the child, and then guess what? He ain't helped take care of him 1 minute. Had that man's baby, and he stole the baby's money from the baby shower. He stole everything. He was a crack. He ended up being on crack. I was just like, you damned if you listen, you damned if you don't. It's crazy. We listen to these men and they be messing us up sometimes. Sometimes. No, not nothing against any men that might be on this chat, which I don't think there's any on here. But sometimes, they tell us things, and I got to tell y'all quickly. This summer, I ran into a gentleman, and I was out there doing the get out the vote, trying to get people to vote with one of these sororities. And this guy is asking me. There was two guys sitting on the bench, and one of them was asking me about the USA, the United States giving money to another country, but meanwhile we got people starving here and all this stuff. And then I said, well, I forgot what the why I told him. Well, I told him my reasons why I was voting for a particular person, and I said I want the right to do what I want with my body. I don't want nobody telling me what I can and cannot do with my body. And this other guy who had nothing to do with it jumped in the conversation, and he started getting upset about saying how black people the women be killing their kids, having abortions and all this stuff. That's why our race is dwindling out and da 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 da. He said the Mexicans be having all them babies and stuff, and they don't. I said, dude, really? I said everybody's situation is different. They all live in a house together. You don't see a bunch of black people in the house together. We can't get along. We've been shot and killed each other, stabbed each other, whatever. But them Mexicans and some of the Asians, even them Africans, they could live a bunch of them in a house together and make it work. But African Americans, we have a hard time making it work with just a roommate. We do. And I'm listening to him. I said, maybe these people can't afford it. And that's why, well, they could afford it. And da 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 da. I said, what's the matter? Somebody killed your child. I said it just like that. Did somebody get rid of your baby? I said, the way you acting right now is probably why. I said, they probably why, or he can't see his child or something. Somebody done got rid of his child and he mad about it. Meanwhile, you hanging out on a bench, putting in your 2 cents in somebody else's conversation, getting mad. And so another black man walked by and said, honey, ignore him. He don't want to hear it. He don't want to know it. He said, there's people like that in the world that you just can't talk to. They're gonna hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth. He's not open to hearing it. He just want to be angry. So he's probably never, they said he's probably alone and don't have a woman, or he probably never reached the heights that he wanted to in his life. So he's miserable, and he was like trying to attack me. And I was like, dude, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So I thought that was interesting how he jumped on me about that. But, everybody's life is different. Um, that should have been in the show. He makes them feel that she's, I missed something. Fatima didn't wear. Okay. Hi, Eunice. Hey, I just saw you. I'm glad I saw you. Okay. Duvall apologized to Crystal for this character dotting on Karen in her face, knowing she's pregnant too. He's so funny. He is so funny. Ian really messed up Fatima. Yep. Tanya, I think that should have been in the show. He makes her feel like she's less than Karen at times. Oh, yeah, that's what he should have apologized in the show. You're right. Not to her, not to the real person, to the character. Hey, everyone, hit the like button when you come in and the notification button. Thank you. Lamont is on. Oh my God, Lamont, I can't believe you're on. Everybody, Lamont Simpson is on. We have a male figure here. Hey. I want y'all to know that Lamont was one of my first subscribers in 2020. 2020. He was one of my first subscribers, and he is still around. And he has been with me on both of my channels. Both of my channels. Right, Lamont? Right, Lamont? Thank you. Ain't been 10 years. Hey, yes, y'all. Made it in 10 long years. I only been on since 2020. That's right. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. Thank you for coming on. Ty is at the sugar bar. He ain't coming on. Ty is not coming on. Anyway, hey everyone, hit the like button, the thumbs up button when you come in, please. He's asking how we all doing. We are doing good. Lamont, I just got back from Japan. Had a good time there. I didn't want to come back. I highly recommend it to people. You don't want to go there for less than 2 weeks. I mean, less than 10 days. I'm going to give y'all 10 days because you got 2 days in traveling because it's like a 15-hour ride. But it's just so much to see there and the culture and learning different things. You just want to go. I would go back in a minute. I did not want to come back home. I wanted to stay another week at least. I really did. But how's everyone doing? Hey, Lamont, Quills. I said the same thing. I need to talk to the writers. Tanya, you want to talk to the writers? Okay. All right. It's been a while since Lamont. You got that right, Devera. I hope everyone is safe after that hurricane. Yeah, I heard there was a hurricane. I think it was in the south, right? Yeah. Oh, Bubbles. Yeah, Lamont was a regular that used to come on. He used to come on a lot. Yes, y'all made it in 10 long years. Okay, congratulations, Lamont. Yeah, I've been here since you had 300 or 400 subs. Did I have that many when you came on? We shoot 301. I was like, I think you came on before I had that. I think I was at 200 or something like that. I heard it was nice out there. It is nice out there. It's 8:30. Okay. Anything else anybody want to add? I haven't watched the show, so how's everything on there going? It's going. I mean, it's moving along quickly. It is. You could check out my review and see what's happening. You know, I made it. You've been on here for 10 long years. Lamont be having some music on his channel. Y'all gotta go over there and see Lamont's channel. I think he be having some good music over there on that. Y'all check him out. Check him out. Um, I might have been here longer. Yeah, I haven't watched this show. So um Coach, he better treat her better this season. I hope he treats her better this season as well. I do too. Definitely will watch that after this. Yeah, watch it. So it comes on early, Lamont, because it's streaming. You can watch it, like by noon. I think I watched it. I saw it around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning when I was waking up. So that's that. So we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. Any last comments? Anything other than we all need to pray for Sherry Elliott Lamont? There's a young lady, Dr. Sherry Elliott. Sherry, Sharrie, Sherry Elliott. And she had a stroke. And after she passed her board, became double board certified as a surgeon. And then she had a slip and fall and had a stroke. So she used to be on here while at triage with her patients and back and forth and stuff. She used to be on here with us all the time. And she was our resident doctor. And we got information about Karen's situation, all these things because of her. So keep her in prayer. Sherry Elliott. Thanks. Definitely go watch that after this. I need you, Devera, to email me, please, after this. Thank you. So he better treat her right. Definitely watch. I just need to get to the studio, but I'm thinking about going back to school. Okay. Well, think about it and check your finances and make sure it's doable. Okay. I didn't know you had a channel, Lamont. Mm-hmm. Tanya, I need him to have the same energy he has on Zatima. Yep, I'm with that. Kathy, okay. Yeah, I had it for some years. Hit the like button and the notification bell button, Melrose. Yes, the hurricane caused major damage to Asheville, North Carolina. That's not an area that gets hurricanes. I have relatives. Oh, we got to pray for that area. I heard it last night. I was at a prayer meeting and they said something about a hurricane. And I was like, what hurricane? But I ended up going to Red Rooster afterwards and listening to music. And I completely forgot about checking on that hurricane. And the girl lost her phone. The lady who was singing at the event left without her phone. And Lamont, thank God, Ty had her number and Ty, but it was her phone ringing, so he had to reach out to her on social media. Thank God she had two phones. And that's what happened with me. That's how I found my phone that I lost in Japan. When I lost my phone in Japan, I got on my other phone and we went to Google and we saw that it was still in the location in the mall. It was still somewhere in that mall. People always put that, like, find my Android or whatever, do all of that on your phone. I tell you, do it. Yeah, I'm in Asheville too. Oh, so I didn't know. Okay, I'm glad you're okay. You and your family are okay. Awesome. I was literally in walking distance from the destruction. Oh my goodness. Wow. Quilla, you in South Carolina too? All right. Oh no. Well, y'all, one last thing. I said I'm my birthday, y'all know, is June 1st next year. And I'm gonna do a cruise. So I'm gonna do a cruise, and all of you are welcome to join on the cruise. Once I get all the information together, I will send it all to you guys, and y'all can do whatever y'all want. If y'all want to join and come along, you could bring family members. I'm going to make sure that it's able to have kids. I just want it to be a fun time and everybody mixing and mingling and love, sharing love and hugs everywhere, meeting people. That's what I want for my birthday. I want to be able to, and then do a live on a cruise with you guys on there with me. It's like, hey, we are all here, or something like that. I don't know. Hi, Tori. Thanks for popping on. We're about to pop off. But thank you. I did your quiz. I did it on X. Was it on X? It was on X, or was it on Instagram? I don't know. I did your quiz though. Um no, thank God. I just lost power, water, and I thank God that's all. Oh, that's awesome. No flooding or anything like that. Flooding is could be a mess. Tanya, has it gotten better there? Tanya, has it gotten better there? How is flooding? Did you have flooding in your house, Tanya? Shoot. And hit the like button. I always wanted to go on a cruise. It's really cool, you know. I like not having to go out and look for food. I like having options of food all in one area, in different places and little different things to do. I don't always want to get off and go into land, but I do. If it's someplace I haven't been, I'll do it. But sometimes I like just being on a ship and food and comedy and music. you know, Praise Lord Lamont. It could have been another way, but God. Yep, that's it. That's it. But God. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, on X. Yeah, I did it, Tori. Yeah, thank you. Took out, it almost took our house, but another tree blocked it. What? Oh my goodness. Lamont, thank God. Oh my gosh. You see, that's why I'm always praying. I'm always praying. I've had floods in my house. It is not fun. It is not fun. My stupid behind walking in water with the water is over the electrical outlets, and I'm walking in the water could get electrocuted. And my son is like, "Are you crazy? Get out of that water!" But I had on rubber sneakers, so I had on rubber sneakers, but I ain't have on a rubber suit. I just had on rubber sneakers, and all the electrical outlets was underwater with the appliances, with the surge protectors all plugged in under the water. And here my crazy behind was walking on there. I didn't know. But thank God for y'all. I know how a flooded house can be. Definitely not fun. Nope, it's not. We have so much to thank God. And then the insurance companies don't know what to do. And then the next year, when you do your insurance policy, when you had to use them, then they want to go up because you in a flood area or you a risk. What's the use in us having insurance if we always a risk when we use it? I don't get it. Maybe I need to do that one of my bathtub chronicles. Insurance companies. Why am I a risk? Anyway, that's it for tonight, everybody. I'm glad all of you are safe. Yeah, oh yeah, Tori said glad everyone is safe. Yup. I'm glad that you're okay, Lamont. Thank you all for your concerns and comments. I love you all. Yeah, Tanya, all of you over there in North Carolina, South Carolina area who were affected by it. We were lifting you up in prayer at my church yesterday. It was just we did one big prayer just for that. We didn't even pray about anything else other than the storm victims. It was just, oof. Well, I love you guys. I'm getting out of here. I will see you all next week. I guess I need to watch Bruh and do a review on Bruh. I got to get some of those in. I've been traveling, so I've been living my life. I'm sorry, y'all. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Golden. That's what I've been doing. Cancer free 2 years. I'm out. Anyway, thank you all. And I will see you next week for sure. God bless.